question to start this off. If I went to jail for 20 years, but you could serve part of my sentence to reduce my sentence, are you serving any time? What, if any time at all, how long, etc.? Let's say that
my selfish answer is no.
Okay.
But how much you paying me to take some of your
what
sentence?
If I was innocent? Would you need money at all? If I told you straight up, I'm an innocent man, I did not do this. I did not, let's say murder, for example, right? 25 to life.
There has been people that have been put behind bars because they're innocent.
Yeah. But I'm saying 25 to life is my sentence, and let's say it's just 25 years. Are you serving any of my time when I'm telling you I'm an innocent man to reduce my sentence?
It's so hard to, My selfish answer is no.
Not even a year for me?
Would you do it for me?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hell no. Sorry, that sucks you got in that pickle, but I would not. If it was if you had a year and I could reduce your sentence,
do
sure.
6 months and I do 6 months?
No, I do 6 months. I would do 30 days maybe. Or I would do if I could break it up, I would do a day here, a day there, a day there.
Does one day never comes back?
Probably, honestly, because I probably hate it so much.
Well, yeah, the rules there are way different than...
But I think that I overall would, if you had to do it in one session, you might get a day out of me. Because I would just hate it so much. Because I'm not a big reader. I'm not a guy who fits in jail also. I would not fit.
You would be someone's little bitch.
I probably would. I'd be dead. I'd probably be dead. I don't think I'd survive.
I don't think you would be dead. I think you just would be...
I don't think I'd survive. Especially, if I'm in prison and we're playing prison ball, I'd get myself into a little fight. Some bit of a trash talker.
I can see that.
That's where I'd get my ass beat, and then it's over. So you wouldn't serve any time for me?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Shout out.
I would, if you told me that you were innocent, I would try to find ways to help prove that you were innocent and then get that ball rolling so you can get out. But I don't know if I can last in prison. How
long would you want me to serve for you? If
all of it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. If you had a year and you're look, Dom, I just need a week out of you.
If I had a way to prove that I was innocent
But let's say you actually did it and you're in jail for a year, but I could reduce your sentence by serving time.
I'd probably just say a week or two. Also,
you brought up the money factor earlier. How much money would you need to serve, let's say, a year? Hypothetically, I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire, so money doesn't even matter. How much money would you need from me to serve a year?
I don't know. Does this go on your record too?
Of course.
Well, then then I lose my...
But I'm a billionaire. Oh, your record? No.
Yeah.
My record, I thought you were talking about. No.
Oh.
Your record? No. You're just serving time.
I don't know.
If I offered you $30K to serve a year, $100K.
No.
Okay.
For a year, I think you'd have to do $1 million.
$1 million? That's it? Shoot, my number would be 10 mil.
Well, I was going to say higher, but I didn't want to be...
Especially if roles are reversed and you're a billionaire, yeah, I'm getting a bag from you. To serve a year, that's a year I don't get to see my friends, family, etc. A year I don't get to see my dogs. All that. No, you're giving me a bag. I'm doing it for...
Makes sense.
Realistically,
but if you did come, honestly, if you came to me and you're I have proof that I'm innocent, I just need a week to I'd probably serve it for free. just to help you prove
wild.
you're innocent.
I would just tell you, I'd be like, give me the evidence and I'll figure it out. But you're serving your thing.
It's a cruel
Unless
world
you're
out
giving
there.
me a bag.
It's a cruel world out there.
Speaking of jail, we're going to talk about the worst things that's ever happened on your wedding day. A young guy, maybe 20-ish, and a distant relative of the bride, second cousin or something, got absolutely blacked out drunk, projectile vomited all over the dance floor, and the bride's 72-year-old dad slipped and fell, broke his hip. That was a wild wedding. That's crazy. I would feel so bad if I was that dude.
I feel so bad if I was the groom and the bride.
Like, your wedding has to be over the second that happens.
Oh,
It's not
100%.
It's not like you can just call an ambulance, right, dudes? Like, even if it was not her dad, but if it was some, like, distant relative, right?
I went to a wedding that the guy fell backwards and his elbow bashed the window. And the wedding was like, they cut off the alcohol and was like, nope.
The wedding venue did that?
Yep.
Oh. Well, like, but let's say it's, even if it's not the wedding venue themselves, like if it's on your, let's say it's on your, your property, you're getting married on your property.
Well, it's going to be
like
hard to be like...
The window one, I feel like you could continue.
That one, 100% we could have continued, but I think because of the situation...
No, I get it. It was a venue.
Yeah. I think with one's... I don't know if you could, because you would want... I would want to go with my dad to the hospital.
No, but I'm saying, even if it was a distant cousin or something like that, I feel like you would still have to end the wedding and be like, yeah, we should probably go to the hospital. Like, you can't really party after someone just broke their hip.
Well, yeah, 100%.
That'd be pretty brutal. Even if it's your dad, cousin, friend, whatever it is. Like, yeah, it's her dad, so obviously the wedding's done.
I thought you meant because he projectile vomited. So take, like, the dad out of the equation, just the projectile vomit. You wouldn't see me for the rest of the night, so...
I don't think... Projectile vomiting on the dance floor, like, I wouldn't want to dance on that after.
That's why I said you wouldn't see me.
Even, like, after you clean up and all that, plus it would probably take so long to clean up.
Depending on how much you projectiled.
Well, I'm assuming, enough for the dad to break his hip. This one said, I went to a wedding for some close friends. They are high school sweethearts. They are also just, in general, sweethearts. They deserved a magical day, and it went disastrously. Their priest died a few days before, so they had to find a backup. This guy was either drunk or having a stroke. He could not remember the bride's name throughout the actual ceremony. He called her by at least 4 different names. She kept having to correct him. Then, during the reception, which was outdoors, the wind picked up like crazy. No one could hear any speeches and everything started getting knocked over. Then it started raining, which that is actually good luck. We were all shuffled inside a tiny room because there was another indoor wedding happening at the venue. So 200 people soaked and now cramped. The bride and groom decided to cut the cake and celebrate in spite of everything. When they went to cut the cake, the wedding topper fell off and the bride's head split in half. Jesus Christ. The topper bride, obviously. But still, the actual bride casually excused herself and had herself a very deserved moment alone. This was about 9 years ago and they are still happily married.
They probably laugh at it now.
I mean, to an extent.
But that's a lot of, like, bad juju on, like, a wedding day kind of thing.
You gotta redo your wedding.
Yeah.
1,000%. Like, at least, like, at least...
Go to Vegas and get
couple years
eloped.
later or something like that. What does this one say? Just a few hours before the wedding, the groom's father, age 50-ish, sat in his recliner to take a short power nap and never woke up. The couple went through with the wedding anyway, since a lot of family had traveled there for it. Just a sad day all around. That is insane. That would, like, I wouldn't get, like, I
I would postpone.
Yeah,
I would say, I'm sorry, but
that sucks.
I understand that a lot of people travel and stuff like that, but I feel like when an emergency kind of situation that happens like that, you're like, okay, dang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Props to them for going through with the wedding, but like, I couldn't have done it.
That's just I mean, to each their own. I guess I just could never. If any family member passed away during, like, right before the ceremony, I would be like, yeah, no, we'll postpone. Like, again, a distant cousin, a friend, whatever it is, like, I would postpone.
I would turn it into a vacation.
Watched my friend's mom have a drunken meltdown during her daughter's ceremony. Took 6 people to get her out. She started drinking at 5 a.m., which was asked not to turn up to the hotel where the bridal party was getting ready, and then broke down when she saw the bridesmaids' dresses were black and not pink like she wanted. Her daughter, the bride, wore a royal blue dress instead of a white one. Her mom wanted nothing to do with the dress shopping, so her future mother-in-law came with her. The police ended up having to take her away after the venue called them. That's crazy. Like, no way. Toasts were delayed at the reception for hours when the maid of honor, bride's younger sister, didn't show and couldn't be found. She finally limped in with cuts on her face wearing a sling. She totaled a car, intoxicated, the bride's car, somewhere between the church and the restaurant. Also, morning drinking gone wrong. So that was 2 separate stories. I thought, because I was looking at the comments.
Oh, okay.
And it was commented right below that.
Wouldn't she have been gone for a lot longer? Because that would be a DUI at that point.
Not if she made it to the venue.
But she had a sling. So she was at the hospital at some point. And I'm pretty sure if you total someone's car and cops arrive in the equation.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Maybe she got in the accident the night before.
But didn't it say from the church to the...
I don't know. That what you're saying makes sense, but... Alright, this is a long one.
Oh, God.
Big family wedding many years ago. I was not part of either family, but knew both sides very well. Didn't know many of their cousins. One pair of cousins, a brother and a sister, did not get along at all. As is often the case at weddings, this simmered and finally blew up. The sister was visibly being a bitch to brother all day, making snide remarks from the very start. He seemed to be bearing it with good grace, presumably because of the occasion. On a couple of occasions, when he seemed to be losing his cool, either their mother or father took notice and stepped in. I was seated at the same table with them.
Oh my.
As were 2 other cousins and a few other friends who knew both the bride and the groom. The sister continued her comments and making fun of her brother, really mean shit that made people uncomfortable at the table. At this stage, the beer and wine had been flowing for a while, and the sister got louder. Parents of the two over to the table 2 or 3 times tried to calm down. Yeah. The table away tried to calm things down 2 or 3 times, mostly shushing the sister and calming the brother, saying things like, you know what she's like, and quote unquote, be the bigger person. During the speeches, she contributed to piss him off until he very calmly reached over and pulled off her wig. She had complete alopecia. Jeez. And from the gasps from the surrounding tables of cousins, this was a closely guarded secret. The sister was obviously very upset, grabbed her wig, and ran off in tears. The brother just sat back calmly, sighed, and took a drink. He'd announced that he'd been wanting to do that for years. Presumably, he was going to catch holy hell for it later, but he was going to bask in the revenge and public humiliation of his sister for a few minutes. While I felt bad for his sister, it was hard to feel sorry for her. She had been unmercifully taunting this guy about every single work and relationship failing in a very public and nasty manner. And he had to just suck it up because of their parents' continuous interventions. Sounded like it had been coming for a while. That's insane.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to the brother.
I was gonna say he's not right for what he did, but I don't blame him also because of the fact that
definitely wrong timing.
Your buttons get pushed so much, and if she's been pushing him for years and years and years,
and it's clear as day that the parents play favorites on the daughter.
I don't know if they're really playing favorites or if they're just like, hey. But I don't know. It seems like she has really big attitude kind of situation.
But if they're that exactly, which is, it's more of they just keep telling him.
Think about how many times like we've gotten into situations and someone's came up to us and is like, just be the bigger person, just be the bigger person.
Yeah, exactly. But just telling the daughter to like shush, I would tell my daughter to shut the hell up. Like, hey, I would probably drag her out and be like, yo, stop this.
Well, but
or
she's
I
also
would just
probably.
switch seats.
She's also, I think these are adults.
No, I know. I would still, like, if I went up to you and you were talking smack to, let's say, like, you know, our cousin or something like that, and I pulled you aside, I'd be like, hey, let me talk to you outside for a second. And I'd be like, hey, shut the hell up. Like, you're clearly, you know, annoying him. Or I would have just swapped. I would have been like, no, you're sitting over there with your mother. I'm going to sit here next to, you know, my son. That's probably what they should have done. I wonder how close they were with the family, the actual bride and groom, because clearly not close enough.
I'm not going to lie. If that happened at my wedding, I would have laughed.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
But it's just because of what like led up to my wedding that I would have 100% laughed at.
Somebody would have had to like cheers or something just to cut the tension. But yeah, then it would have been back to normal.
Yeah. Oh, you know the co-best man would have 100% been the person who's, okay, guys, back to the speeches.
This one is about a pro hockey player. I'm a wedding videographer. I've seen it all. The worst instance was filming a wedding for a pro hockey player and his bride. Turns out the bride had a thing for insanely giant dudes built like The Rock and had a super smart idea to invite her ex-boyfriend to the wedding. Everything was chill until the reception. My assistant and I kept hearing glasses break every minute or so. We were like, damn, these people are really partying hard. But then we heard the loud boom and crash of a table flipping over, and then another. Turns out the ex-boyfriend went Hulk mode and started smashing everything. Obviously, no one tried to stop him because he was huge. The bride was crying and the groom went to beat the Hulk's ass. It was a pretty even fight, but the police pulled up quick, jumped on the megaphone, and yelled, "This is the police. This party's over. Go home now." Turns out the venue called them the second Hulk started breaking property. The bride is sobbing her eyes out. The groom and Hulk were detained. Everyone awkwardly scampered out, including us. Got a message from the bride the next day apologizing for the mess.
Wait, I want to know why, though. Why did he go Hulk mode?
Because his ex is marrying another man. And he's this huge dude. I'm assuming probably a hockey player also. Not necessarily pro, but probably played hockey. If it was a pretty even fight, I would assume he's a hockey player.
Makes sense with that.
There's one thing hockey players can do. It's fight. That's for sure. Someone was commenting and saying, like, I'd die to know who the player was and whether they remained married. I know you apparently can't disclose that stuff, but what a story. And then the videographer said they are no longer married. So that's
yeah, that would be hard. Honestly, a hard pill to swallow after that, where like not on the groom's part, like not, I mean, as the bride, I wouldn't be upset with the groom. I would 100% be upset with the ex-boyfriend, but I would also be, if I was the groom, I would be upset why she's inviting her ex-boyfriend. That's the Hulk coming in.
Yeah, like I think,
but some people are friends with their exes and stuff, but I just feel like weddings are that kind of situation that unless you guys are like best friends and like super sweet and everything, but the Hulk shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about the whole friends with exes thing.
I know.
Anti, but, you know. And, yeah, especially at a wedding is diabolical. But, yeah, I get it. Some people are close with their significant others. We'll do one or two more and then we can move on and talk about something else. We can always come back to this as well. This is the best man speaking. 100%. The buddy is 100% American Indian. The wife Baptist and her father. It's written very weird. Wife Baptist and her father was the priest at the church. At the groom's dinner, the families argued about alcohol at the wedding. So the father priest said we could take his boat around the lake, wedding at an extravagant house on the lake that the bride's father/priest owned. Because there would be no alcohol at his house, we got back from a quick drink across the lake, and he sent everyone home because we were drinking. And he already agreed we could do this. He told his daughter, "I told you not to drink. Now I sent everyone home." She cried and cried. I never felt too terrible for someone. My buddy was as cool as you could be, told everyone to stay, got on the phone and called as many people as he could to come back. 4 hours later, we had the dance and cake cutting. All of the Indian side of my buddy's family. We all stood at the property line and brought an obscene amount of alcohol. Just partied outside his house line. I've never seen anyone do something that horrible to their daughter on their wedding day. Shout out to the husband, for sure. Like, that's a ballsy move to do to the father.
Oh, 100%.
But, that's something that's pretty cool. And then someone said, should have reminded the priest of Jesus' first miracle. That's pretty funny. So we can move on from this. Speaking of weddings, we just got back from San Diego. Mm-hmm. We were at a co-ed batch party. Pretty fun, I would say. Yeah, pretty enjoyable. San Diego was a lot colder than I was expecting. Just as being in Northern California right now, it is 100 degrees. So although I knew it was going to be a little cooler, I didn't expect it to be
overcast,
so cold, or as cold as it was. So I didn't pack any sweatshirts, anything like that.
I did warn you.
Luckily, the airport had a single sweatshirt that had San Diego Padres on it. I didn't want something that was super touristy or anything like that. So, yeah. But yeah, we went, and the first day we did the Tiki Boat Cruise. That was cool.
Yeah.
Pretty fun games and everything. The Bachelor, unfortunately missed a putt to get them Catalina Island tickets, but that's all right. He tried, and he was a little tipsy. He was a little upset about it, but he's a competitive guy, so I get it. I'm sure he'll be hammering the golf course from now on because of that. Then what did we do that night?
We had food in the equation, and then we went
back to the
Airbnb and played
games. That's right. Yeah. And then the next day we woke up, and then we had guys and girls.
Mini golf.
Oh, we did do mini golf. That's right.
Me and the co-maid of honor, we went back to we missed mini golf to go decorate.
Did you know that there was the live performance? We ended up staying for a lot of that.
We purposely told you guys to stay.
Yeah, I know. But
we were needing 15 more minutes. And
no, it was chill.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny because the bride kept coming up to me and was like, "Where are the maid of honors?" And I was like, "Oh, I know that Celine was saying she was feeling queasy in the bathroom," and then Taylor or the bride would be like, "Oh yeah, okay," and just keep playing.
She told us when she got there, she was like, "I knew they were bullshitting."
She probably asked us 4 or 5 times where you guys were, and that was pretty funny because each time it was they just left to the bathroom. We tried to play it off as if she had just asked. It was so funny.
I just needed the other maid of honor to hold my hand the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So then the second day, we had guys' day, girls' day. So you girls did...
We did a drag show brunch. That was fun. We were in VIP, and they were dancing in front of us, so that was really cool.
Okay.
And then we went back to the Airbnb and played games, and then some of the girls slept. And then you guys...
We first started, we had breakfast, and then the groom got to try machaca for the first time, which is I don't think you've ever had machaca before. It's like dehydrated beef that's then shredded very thinly, and then it's rehydrated.
Interesting.
It's like it's almost like the consistency of like dip, like tobacco dip.
Like the beef jerky. You remember
Like
the
the
beef jerky
shredded
cans?
Yeah, exactly that. That's pretty much machaca.
Interesting.
But then you rehydrate it, and then it's super good. I love it. Actually, it's so funny because my fiance always tries to. She'll make it. She'll try and make it, but she just doesn't. She hasn't gotten the exact, she hasn't rehydrated it properly yet. She hasn't gotten that quite down. But her mom, when she's in town, she'll make it, and I love it when she makes it because she makes it perfect. It's so good. And I'll tell her, I was like, you should teach Anna how to, just as a joke. And
she probably loves that.
She doesn't find that funny. But yeah, so we did that, and then we went to 2 breweries. And one of the breweries was like a where you sat on the top floor and just looked at everything. So that was pretty cool. We were right by the beach, so we watched like people surf and all that. That was pretty cool. Then we went to like a pizza brewery, which was cool. After that, we toured the U.S. Midway, the largest carrier ship, I think. One of the largest carrier ships in America, but it was huge. And it was cool. Definitely got to a point where my feet were it was a lot of walking, so my feet were hurting, but, not too bad. That night, though, we went to the Shout House. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did dueling pianos. That was a lot of fun.
My first time. That was pretty cool. You and I both got on stage. They had us do Gangnam Style.
Yep. I think I went on stage a couple times.
Yeah. They did a really good job because I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was exactly expecting from that show. Like, I guess I just was expecting performers. I didn't really think they were going to be super interactive with us.
That's the one thing that I did say, because I've done the dueling pianos here, and I love the ones here. I love the comedy. Like, they're different in different ways, and I love the comedy that they did. Like, I have a video of them flashing, like, you and some of the other guys, and
they would pull flashlights out.
Yeah.
Not actually flash.
Yeah, sorry. They would pull flashlights out. And then they had people come up on stage multiple times. Like, they got our bride and groom up there, and they did the Titanic scene.
Yeah, and then they would bring up random people and just they would dance and all that. It was pretty cool because I didn't see one where they called somebody up on stage and they didn't go up. People would try, but then like the whole crowd would shout their name and like chant and be like, "Get up there!" And then they would eventually get up there, and that was pretty cool because normally, a lot of people would be like, "Nah." Like, don't bring me up, and they would just stay in their seat. But everyone eventually got up that they called up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I also was expecting, I didn't think we were going to be in, like, the dead center front row. I was, like, a little, like, all eyes are on us kind of thing, because we were in VIP. I was expecting, usually VIP, I think of, like, raised in the back.
We were literally like a booth, but right
yeah, we like I reached my hand out and
we were touching people.
Yeah, and then the one of the piano guys, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, what's the name of the bride and groom?" And so I told him, and then he's like, "Your guys' group is like the best. No problems with you guys all night." That was pretty cool to hear. Yeah, so overall, pretty fun trip. Brutal flying back though. Flying back sucked because we went into what we thought was the right TSA line. And then...
Oh, that was interesting.
Also, I have beef with the San Diego airport. That was my first time in San Diego. I hate that idea that they just don't connect. The gates don't connect.
So it's the second time that I've flown from San Diego. The first time I almost missed my flight, and it was because there was a medical emergency that happened. But the second time, I thought it was just funny that me and the other girl got all the way through TSA and they checked your thing when you got there and they were like, no, you have like turned you away right away.
We were in 2 separate lines.
Yeah.
You guys were in a different line. They just weren't checking gates. I'm sure that happened all day. I don't know why they don't say that ahead of time.
At least we showed up early enough that we could, if we had
it all
any
worked
error,
out for us, but like I would be so mad if we would have missed our flight because of that. Because I waited in line for like 20 minutes through TSA and then he told me that.
Oh, yeah.
He's all, hey, you're at the wrong area. It's like, why am I not being told that ahead of time? I understand there was a sign that we just missed.
Yeah.
It's as soon as we walked in, we walked right past it, missed it. Okay. But still, like, I feel since you have gates that are separate and they don't connect, you definitely should be mentioning something. But it all worked out for us. I just guarantee that probably happens all the time in San Diego, that people miss their flights because of that. Because we got in on a day that TSA wasn't bad. Yeah. Like, it was not a long line really at all. The one part was long until they got the one guy in there.
Oh, yeah.
When that one TSA guy was in there, I was hyping him up so much. That was so funny. I was like, hey, man, like, you're getting this line moving fast. And he's all, yeah. Shoot, how did you say it? He's all, yeah, they call me because these other guys don't know what the hell they're doing. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got up to the front line. And he checked our ID and everything. And I was like, they need to get you a raise, man, because you flew through. I thought we were in the longer line.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And until he got up there, we were moving way faster than TSA pre.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And which was crazy. He was like, go, you're good, you're good, you're good. And that was great. I loved it. So that really saved us a lot of time. I mean, we had ample time before that. But
yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty funny experience for sure. So we both are all caught up on Wednesday. Now that we're all caught up, we can discuss it. What do you think so far?
I like it so far. I am kind of like back and forth on which season I like the most. I kind of want to see part 2 to like figure out like which one. The effects on this one, I definitely can say are like a lot better done on this one compared to the first season. But I feel like I like the storyline a little bit more on the first one because it was probably because my brain was easy to pick out who the person was for like
season 1 or season 2?
Season 1. Season 2
the boyfriend?
The boyfriend with the plant lady behind. Yeah. On season 2 it was a lot harder to
Oh, really?
figure out because she was only in the episode like once or twice.
See, I got it right off the bat with the receptionist. As soon as I saw her, I was like, yeah, she's... Because I was looking for that character. Because this one had 2.
I thought it was
the music teacher?
I thought it was the music teacher or I thought it was the driver. The family driver.
Oh, no. Because, like,
no, I know. They wouldn't do that.
Wednesday Addams, that, like, because he's part of the family.
Yeah.
You know,
no.
like,
I just thought it was because they were playing him up, like, as a
he
like,
was
really,
grumpy.
really grumpy.
That's just him. He also just doesn't talk.
Yeah.
But, no, I think I had an easier time with this one than with season 1. Because I called it right off the bat with my fiance and I. We made the prediction ahead of time. I like to make predictions on who I think it's going to be. She doesn't really like that much. She prefers to just watch it and find out. Versus, like, my brain just doesn't work like that. I'm just like, I have to make a guess. And
so
I've been
thoughts
doing better.
On part 2 then? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think we need more information as far as what part 2. She's obviously in a coma right now.
Yeah, she'll wake up because they showed that at the end that she like wake ups. My thing is do you think that they're gonna catch Tyler and put him back in? His name's Tyler, right?
Yeah, that's the boyfriend's name. Yeah, I mean they're gonna catch him somehow.
Yeah.
If not, that'll be a cliffhanger for season 3. Because I'm assuming there's gonna be another season with the way that this is performing.
Yeah. I actually saw a video of her. She was walking around. I can't remember what she was like doing, but she saw someone in costume and he had thing on his head. And she goes, "You're my new favorite person." And she was like across the like street.
Yeah, so... Oh no, he didn't get captured. That's right. The bird tried to take Thing.
Yeah.
And then he like fell. Which I was waiting for that. I was waiting for him to get... I still think that Thing is a big target that you could take away from Wednesday. But I think now that her aunt is freed, well, technically they haven't said that it's Ophelia, but I'm assuming it's her aunt that she freed.
Yeah, the one that she was helping.
Yeah. Now that she's free, I think that she's going to have a very close call with her powers, like life or death situation. And obviously, since she's the main character, she's got plot armor. She's going to live.
What if that's not Ophelia? What if that's just like another person that's going to help her unlock her powers?
I think it's Ophelia.
And that's why she was drawn to her.
I think it's Ophelia.
Yeah, it's probably Ophelia.
Because they said she just disappeared. And all those other people...
disappeared. They died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's her. But yeah, I think she's going to push her powers to their limit. They're going to catch Tyler somehow. It's going to be another close call where like he picks her up and is like choking her, and then someone's going to save her. I do think that the friend dies. I'm going to say that now.
Oh, the werewolf. I can't remember.
Eden? One of the two.
It's E something.
Maybe she doesn't die because I feel like that's part of the plot. That
yeah, I don't think they would kill her off. I think they put it in the like thing.
You know what I think happens? I think her boyfriend dies. That's what I'll say. I think the other werewolf, I think he's gonna die.
So there was a thing that I saw that something happens with her on season 2. And it kind of made it seem like she becomes something like Tyler, the roommate, the werewolf girl. That she kind of becomes something like Tyler.
Where she just freaks out. She can't control her stuff.
Yeah. So, but she also could become like kind of, what if she becomes like the alpha of the like, or
yeah,
like
the pack, yeah.
the head pack leader.
I also think that there's something going on with the ex-boyfriend, the Medusa guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe he dies, like, sacrificing himself for her.
That could be something, too.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Just spitballing ideas.
Yeah. I could see also him getting with the
siren?
The siren, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting everybody's names. I'm so bad with names.
I don't know her name either. But that's why I just call them by their powers, because that's so much.
Yeah,
because they don't show 12 different werewolves.
Yeah. Well, they do, but
Yeah. They only, main character-wise, or character energy-wise, they only show a couple.
I'm not shocked that the invisible girl was the stalker because of the fact that she definitely gave off very creepy vibes at the beginning of meeting Wednesday.
I called that right off the bat. But I thought she was going to be... Right off the bat when we first started watching it, I was like, okay, I think it's either the invisible girl or I think it's the receptionist. So technically, I was right because it was both of them. But I didn't know it was going to be two separate plots. You know, similar to like the boyfriend and the plant lady. But because I don't think we found out that she was invisible till way later.
It was like...
Until the knife stuff. Like the knives were coming down on the ceiling. Day. Yeah, prank day. That's what I'm saying. But that's right off the bat, when I looked at her, I was like, oh, that girl's crazy.
Well, and the way she was acting about Wednesday, she was like...
She also had the same hairdo and everything, and I was like, yeah, that girl...
Oh, I didn't even realize she had the same hairdo.
Yeah.
I just remembered her being like, hello.
And then I don't know what it was about the receptionist. I think she was just a character that I was like, you're never going to really expect it to be her. So I was trying to... That one was a shot in the dark, and it just hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like the last season on season 1, the plant lady, the plant teacher was very She was in it a lot. So that's why I thought they were going to do it where the girl... But I guess with an avian where they have the power
Control the
to...
birds.
Control...
See, that's where I did think for a second that my fiance was right. Because she gets the music teacher. And then I was like, the plot's kind of repeating itself if you do that. If another teacher is corrupt.
The only thing that threw me off with the music teacher was when the... principal said there hasn't been an avian here in
10 years. A student.
Yeah.
Well, I heard student and I'm like, okay, so it's a teacher or it's a faculty member or something like that.
So that's what I kind of thought of. But then when when they started talking about the death of those people and when Wednesday was like, oh, one of them was an avian, I was like, huh.
But the music teacher also owns birds. She owns little birds, and they pan to it. So I think that they were trying to paint her to be the bad guy at first.
But she wasn't.
And just to throw you off, but obviously she wasn't. And then my next prediction also is the principal is going to do some corrupt stuff in season 2.
Well, he's already starting to do some...
Yeah, he's like, I feel so bad for the siren girl.
Oh my God.
She's just going through the ringer.
And then the mom situation with the siren, that...
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, I feel really bad when Fester came into the equation and...
Is that the brother?
That's the uncle.
Oh, yeah, the crazy guy.
And he was at the hotel and, started, just bashing everything. And then they found...
They found her because they checked every room, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, this room's supposed to be vacant.
Yeah. I was very grossed out about when Fester was making out with the lunch lady. I was like, ooh, that's nasty.
It was an interesting... I'm not shocked that's how Fester would make out with someone.
No, for sure. Yeah, overall, I think that this season might be better than season 1. I understand season 1 is always lay the plot, character development. But for thriller shows, I do typically feel like season 1 is typically a little better than season 2. Because you kind of, especially for a show that big, you kind of have to throw everything but the kitchen sink at season 1 to really grasp attention.
Yeah.
You put so much money into it and development and all that.
Yeah.
But I really liked the Camp Scout when they went camping.
Oh, that was pretty cool. And I really do like how Wednesday's actually trying to, because season 1 she was more standoffish and people were forcing themselves to be around her more. Now it's everybody wants to be around her and she's still standoffish, but she's
she knows she's the hero almost now. She's
kind of developing into that hero role that she didn't want to be in.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes out when? September 4th?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to binge it. Each episode's an hour long. What sucks is about new shows coming out that I don't like is there's only one season or a part that comes out. And then I have to wait a whole nother year for the next season or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
We waited 2 years for this one. I think it came out in 2023.
Yeah, but I think the reason with the Wednesday one, I'm not 100% sure when I say this, but I did hear through the grapevine that Tyler wasn't supposed to be in this season. They had done the season and then he, I guess, got kicked out of this season. So they had to redo it. I don't know exactly what happened, but I heard through the grapevine there was some
maybe that's why he escaped.
Yeah, it could be
that's probably why he just escaped, because they probably started filming it and everything, and then whatever you're saying happened, and so then he just escaped and he's off. So now it's oh, if he doesn't come back, whatever.
Yeah.
But if he comes back, maybe that's also why they did 2 parts. I don't know if they did that. Did they do 2 parts of the first one?
I don't remember it being 2 parts. I remember just being able, but I
think it was just 1.
No, I binged it when it came out. We were waiting.
I was wrapping Christmas gifts when the first season came out, and I was watching the entire thing.
Yeah.
That's how early I got my Christmas shopping done, because I'm pretty sure that came out
October.
Yeah, Halloween. Mm-hmm. And I was I had all my Christmas shopping done then. That's crazy to think about. Whole 2 months early.
I haven't even thought about Christmas shopping.
No, this year for Christmas. No. I mean, it's only almost September.
Yeah.
We still have so much time.
I have so much other things to worry about right now.
Speaking of Christmas, though, how are you feeling this year about Christmas? Do you want to do... Last year, I had the idea of doing Secret Santa draft, where it's not really Secret Santa anymore. It's we play games on Thanksgiving to then select who we want to actually get a gift for, and we set a budget. Or are you more of a Secret Santa person, draw a name out of a hat? Hold on. It's okay either way.
Honestly, I don't really care.
Well, what's your favorite?
Oh, the games were fun because it's more interactive. And
that's what I liked about it, was it made a night out of it.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving became more than just eating a dinner. You know, like it was, we played games, we had fun, we were cramped in my little 2-bed apartment. That was crazy that we did. Looking back, how small that apartment was is so funny to think about.
I remember you're like, we're just going to do pizza tonight.
Yeah, we ended up doing tacos, yeah. I still want to do that. On a holiday, just do pizza? Or something. So that we all don't have to worry about cooking this big old meal and all that. And every year we always say it, and then no one ever does it. Tacos was about the closest that we got to that.
Yeah.
We still made it, but it definitely was a lot less than like a whole turkey dinner.
I'm not going to lie. I enjoy cooking, but the holidays are always the most stressful.
I don't like holiday cooking. That's why I'm always
I love holiday baking. Pizza. I am a baker.
Yeah. I think I had one more thing. And then you have some things.
Yes.
Last thing is, my fiance has never seen American Pie.
I so wish...
We just finished the first one last night.
What was her thoughts?
She thought it was super funny. She thought it was like stupid funny, which of course.
Yeah.
She got very grossed out by when Stifler drinks the beer on the edge.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nasty.
What?
I
don't blame her for being disgusted by that.
It grosses me out too.
Yeah. That's
I'm sure we'll watch the next one pretty soon. Because those are always little stupid comedy funny movies for sure. But all right, you got a few things for us.
Okay, let's take it back.
So some retro topics.
Let's go back to the childhood throwbacks. What is the first video game and console you remember playing?
I think first video game in general, probably Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube.
Do you remember the little we had this like little, it looked like a little arcade like box, but it played that
Snake.
Not Snake, but
you're the little orange guy.
And he like jumped.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I think that was probably our first actual video game we had in our house.
Because, yeah, I do remember that. I remember I just sucked at that game, so I didn't want to play it.
I don't even remember what it's called. I think it starts with a Q.
Yeah, it's a little orange dude, but I'm sure the comments are going to let us know what it is. But, yeah, I remember that. But I think my first, like, vivid memory is probably Mario Kart Double Dash, because we played that, like, it went out of style.
Yeah, I do remember going over to our neighbor's house and always playing their Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah, we did do that. Interesting.
Play Mario Party and Paper Mario.
They had an original Xbox. Mm-hmm. Jeez, that's crazy to think about. Old video games. I really enjoy playing vintage video games. We have a PS2, and so I play Sly Cooper on it. And that's obviously part of the reason my dog's named Cooper and all that. But those games are just... I feel like they don't really make video games like they used to. Yeah,
that's why I play on the Switch. They have the like old, like you can play all the old version games. I've been playing all those on there.
Maybe what it is too is I just don't enjoy video games nearly as much as I did when I was a kid. Maybe that's what it is also. When you're a kid, I feel like you just appreciate
we also had a lot of people that we would play with. So, like, I remember playing Call of Duty all the time with you guys. And I remember we'd have the 4 people sitting on a couch, and we had 2 people standing off to the side. 2 people, the one person would be watching 2 people, and the other person would be watching the other. And we were like, no screen looking, no screen looking.
I can admit, all these years later, I always looked at everyone's screen.
We know.
Everyone did.
Oh, 100%. If we could get away with it.
Yeah, that game was Call of Duty. They don't make Call of Duty like they used to. All the Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2. I remember the first one that we all played was, I think, Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4. That was the first one we had on the PS3, and that one we played that for so long, and we had all of our individual profiles.
Oh yeah.
So all of our guns were all different levels and everything, just playing multiplayer together. That's insane to think about. We'd all be so hyped to unlock new attachments and everything. Gosh, I think Call of Duty is a part of the reason why I didn't progress as far in basketball as I could have, because I would spend so much of my summers in like junior high and high school just playing Call of Duty. There's
a lot of people that do that, like.
Yeah, just playing with the boys.
But it depends on growing up too. It depends on how like things are placed in front of you too. Because I know some people that they played League or WoW.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. My reason is Call of Duty.
Okay, what about internet games? Give me a throwback internet game.
There was that Cartoon Network, the video game website, just had a bunch of different games. But I remember the Teen Titans one.
Oh, the one. Oh, I loved. I think it was Ravens, because I liked how it could like shoot out the balls.
Yeah.
Or was that Cyborg?
I don't remember. I remember.
I liked the Kids Next Door one.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
Billy and Mandy's was so tough.
Oh, but that was so fun too.
Yeah, the little vampire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They reamped Club Penguin.
Yeah, no, that's got taken down for a reason, and it should stay taken down.
I enjoyed it.
I just think, but it got taken down because of perverts were all over Club Penguin. So it's just like.
What about okay, I don't remember what they're called, but do you remember that little white big guy? And then we could change. Is UB Funkies? Okay, I was like, I think they're called Funkies.
UB Funkies was our stuff as a kid. Half the freaking UB Funkies wouldn't work.
Oh yeah, but do you remember we had a huge bucket of them, and people would come over.
Whatever happened to all those?
Like, where did they go?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they probably got tossed or something like that.
Because just the little cool characters were cool.
I'm not going to lie. I looked into seeing if you can still play UB Funkies, because
Can you?
No, well, basically, no. They discontinued it back in, like...
Damn.
2017, I think it was.
We were the only people I knew that played that.
Yeah. When people came over and they saw the bucket.
Also, you could find those at the 99-cent store. That's how crazy. Like, UB Funkies, we could find those at the 99-cent store. It was like, it was so cheap to play. That's why we had so many.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid, and like, gosh, like all the vintage nostalgia. Bakugan popped up on my Instagram feed the other day.
Oh, who was it? I was just talking with one of my friends, and she was telling me that her son is obsessed with Bakugan.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I mean,
and well, he doesn't. So when I haven't seen him in years, but when back when I didn't see him, he didn't speak at all. And like, he basically just said no, or mom and dad, and that was it. Now she's like, no, he goes on like, he'll sit there for 15, 20 minutes just going on a rant about Bakugan.
Heck yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to lie. I used to play it as a kid all the time, so I really can't say much.
It was so cool to collect the little guys, but it was so expensive.
Trying to like...
Beyblades was super cool when I was a kid.
Have you seen the videos of people saying like, kids will never know and they'll have like the wired headphones and they're like like the CD cassettes or whatever, and the where it starts singing a song and it just is like and like kids will never understand the struggle.
Understand like when you had to wrap your headphones around your phone just to get the plug-in
into
to
the
work.
Proper
It's crazy how fast we went from wired headphones to wireless headphones. Like,
it was,
everyone did it.
by the time I graduated high school, I think that's when wireless headphones came out.
I mean, wireless headphones were out, but we didn't use them nearly like what we use them now.
That's true.
Because now people don't, like, I haven't seen somebody with wired headphones in so long.
I actually did just, the last time we were at the gym, I did see someone with wired headphones.
I guess that is the only time but still, it's, everyone has AirPods on, they have Beats on, or they have some sort of wireless headphone. They don't have, like, you may see one person. What?
2015. I just looked it up. Is when the first wireless earphones came out.
No way.
Yeah. And it was in Japan.
2015?
That was a year after I graduated.
Crazy. Interesting.
Okay. In elementary school, what was your favorite, like, either recess game to play, or, because we did do card, like those games that we played, like I think there was like tip the trash can.
Oh, kick the can.
Kick the can. There you go.
Kick the can was my favorite for sure. Kick the can was
I always
legendary.
struggled with it because
I was elite. I was elite at kick the can. That, and then also the end of the school year, it was always hot. So for card, for the after school program, we would do like Duck Duck Goose, but with soap, a big sponge and soapy water.
Oh, I remember that.
And then you would you'd go duck duck, but like with water dripping on everyone's head, and then the person that you wanted to chase you would freaking scrunch up the sponge and get them drenched.
I do remember at the end of the school year too, they would do the like kids day or kids game or whatever, and like you would have a parachute on one where you like pull up, you had basketball going, you had like the little, did you know they like, I think it's discontinued, I don't know if they're banned, but the rolly carts, because people kept hurting themselves.
Yeah, they would like hurt I remember I'd smash my fingers a handful of times on those things.
Yeah,
unfortunately
made us tougher.
Yeah. Crazy to think about when we were kids. I remember our elementary school, they handed out like green slips for like good behavior or something like that, and then you could turn them in at the end of the week for...
There was green behavior, good ones?
Yeah, you never got them because you weren't a good kid. No, I'm just kidding.
I was a good kid.
But like, you would get these little green slips, and then you could turn them in at the end of the week. I think it was you needed 4. I don't think you needed 5. But you could potentially get one every day. So if a teacher saw you hold the door open for students, you'd get one, or like something like that. Anyways, so at the end of the week, during the winter, it was like hot chocolate. During the summer, it was like popsicle or popcorn or something like that. So we started gambling with these, where we would play tetherball. Tetherball was so popular at our elementary school that we would pull out our green slips and we would I got 4 on this game, and then someone else would match it and be like, all right, let's go, and then winner takes all. Did
you ever play Spread Eagle, I think it's called?
Is that on the... No, that got banned.
By the time you got there?
Yeah, that's on the wall and they throw the tennis ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was still going on when I was in 6th grade.
Handball was super popular. Mm-hmm. But I was so small, I sucked it. Like, I was decent, but I wasn't great. Like, the big kid would go up there and just rock my stuff, and I just wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
That sucked, but that's crazy to think about. I remember in kindergarten, the teacher would like have those metal, like the 3-wheeler or something like that, little basically tricycles.
Oh, the tricycles?
Yeah, a bunch of those, but they're all different shapes and sizes. And they would have like a painted track and everything. I always thought I was the fastest kid on those. Realistically, I probably was barely moving. But I always felt so fast in those. And then kids would wait in line. So you would do, I think you were allowed to do 2 laps. And then you had to give it up. And I would always be so pissed at the kids that would be waiting in my line for my little tricycle.
So salty because
if no one was in your line, you could just keep going. And I would just go and go and go. And then someone would come in line and I'd be like, go use that one. Something like that instead. But that was a blast. Wow. The new year is coming up. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you're thinking about for 2026?
No.
Nothing. No goals. 1,000 subscribers on this channel, maybe. 10,000 subscribers on or followers on TikTok.
I don't know. Honestly, I kind of like to wing it and just go for it.
Well, think of a goal that you want to do. I would say, I was talking about this with my fiance this morning. When we were in San Diego, I had a very fun time, but I kept missing my fiance so much.
Yeah.
And I was wishing so much that she could have gone. And it's a bummer that she couldn't, right? But, you know, work gets involved and that just is a bummer.
I know how you feel.
Yeah. So with that, I was like, well, this upcoming year, I want to take more trips than we've ever taken. Like weekend trips. I want to go backpacking. I want to try it all. Like whatever we can. And whatever we can afford, obviously, and all that. Yeah. But like, I feel as if I'm a person that I worry so much about the future that sometimes I sacrifice the now because of it. Right? Like so much of my paychecks I put into my 401k or my Roth IRA or stocks or etc. And so I'm left with very little money left over for
fun.
And although that's fantastic that I'm doing that, I feel as if sometimes I just am not taking enough opportunity now before we have children or before like everything, before I'm 60 to enjoy life also.
Yeah.
So I was telling her like, you know, yeah, we've taken a handful of trips. Don't get me wrong. We have. But I want to be that couple that's always busy and like always doing traveling here, traveling there, and always having stories to tell about, you know, we just hiked Half Dome or Yosemite or something like that, you know? Like,
makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I really want. So that's my New Year's goal, is to take more trips this upcoming year than we did last year in 2025.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then I have personal goals, of course, too. Get bigger in the gym, eat more, etc. Grow this podcast continually. I'm hoping that 2026 is a big year for our podcast. And the TikTok, of course. But, so do you think of any goals at all? Anything?
I really am wanting to basically just focus on being more healthy. So probably gym, eat healthier. I kind of want to like narrow down more on like my food habits and figuring out what like really does bother me.
Your allergens, you mean?
Mm-hmm. And the only way to do that is to start a food journal.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, I think I'm just gonna fly at the wing of, what is the seat of my pants?
I don't think that's right. Could be, but